Hi, in this video I conclude the series Win in 2020 and I speak about the importance of maintaining the choices that we make, the financial situations and the thing that we do in order to sustain winning in the coming year. If you're interested, please stay tuned. Hi, my name is Palesa. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's a few days late, but Merry Christmas! I hope you had a great time with your friends, your family, your loved one. I hope you were able to connect and just have a good, peaceful, restful time with the people that you love. Now we are a few days away from 2020. Tomorrow is actually New Year's Eve. And today I just want to close off the series that I started Win in 2020. I don't know if you've seen the first 3 videos, but I spoke about how these 3 aspects are very important: our mind, our money, and the moves that we make. These aspects will determine whether we win in 2020 or not. I encourage you to please go and check them out. I speak about again how in order to win in 2020, the 3 things that we need to have in order, the 3 things that we need to have right is our mind, our money, and the moves that we make. Now, in conclusion to this series today, I just want to speak about maintenance. It's the last of the 4 M's of how to win in 2020. Maintenance. Now, many times this word maintenance, when it's used, it is spoken, it's a technical term used for more practical things. But I honestly think and feel that it is something that we need to know and grab a hold of for the new year. When I speak about maintenance, I'm speaking about the process of preserving a state, condition, or situation. Now remember the title of this series, it is Win in 2020. Now the idea of winning is not, like an instantaneous thing, neither is it a moment. But the reason that I created this series is so that throughout the duration of the year, that you would be in a state of winning, a situation of winning, a condition of winning. Now, in order for this to be sustained over the entire 365 days of 2020, it is important that you know how to maintain it. Now, this process of maintenance is not going to be the same for you as it is for me, because we are different. We are sustained by different things and we need to avoid different things in order to have and sustain and maintain a certain mindset, a certain financial place, and certain moves that we make. Now, there are 3 things that you and I need to be very clear on when it comes to winning in 2020, when it comes to maintaining a state, a condition, a situation in which the environment of winning is kept and sustained. Now, these 3 things are that you and I need to know what we should avoid, we need to know the things that sustain us and keep us going, and we need to know the things that ignite us. When we know these things, we'll be able to maintain the inner and external, climate and environment to make it easy, to make it conducive for us to win in 2020. Now, I just want to quickly go through these 3 things so that, we are on the same page and so that I know that you know what I'm talking about. Now, the first thing that I spoke about was things to avoid. There are certain things, there are certain places, there are certain situations, there are certain mindsets, certain songs, certain spaces, both emotionally, mentally, physiologically, psychologically, that you need to avoid, that I need to avoid, that I know when I get in this space, I just experience a level of toxicity, in my emotions, in my entire being. And that is why I need to avoid it. But in order to know what to avoid, it is important that you are able to identify it. And that is why I'm saying that before we enter into 2020, you need to know the things, the people, the spaces, the songs, the things that you watch that you need to avoid. That is going to contaminate your mindset. That is going to affect the choices that you make with your money. That is going to shift your priorities so that you end up not making the moves that you need to make for the new year. Now, the second thing that I spoke about is things that sustain you. Not only do you need to avoid certain things, but you also need to know the things that sustain you, that keep you going, that motivate you. Now, these can be people again, they can be songs, they can be spaces, but you need to know what are those things that keep me going when the going gets tough. Because I know that you know that although it seems that years go by so quickly, when you are in certain types of seasons and moments and spaces, it seems like the year just moves so slowly. And when you are in that place, in that space, in experiencing that kind of emotion, it's important that you know the things that sustain you, that sustain the right mindset, that sustain the right financial choices, that sustain and keep you moving in the way that you need to move in order to win in 2020. Now, the third thing that I spoke about is the things that ignite you, the things that give you a passion for those moments, perhaps for whatever reason. If you can be hit by something in 2020 that you did not see coming, and it deflates your hope, your joy, your everything. It just has this, deflation effect on you. But because you know the things that ignite you, the things that set you alight, the things that can get you back into the right mental space, the things that can get you back to making the right financial choices, the things that can get you doing the things that you need to do in order to win in 2020, you go to those things, you do those things, and allow yourself to be reignited, to be refueled. Because believe you me, life happens, and life will happen in 2020. But because you have thought about it and evaluated yourself and you have identified the various things, you will know what to avoid. You will know the things that sustain you, and you will know the things that ignite you, so that regardless of what comes your way in the new year, that you are ready and that you know that you'll win in 2020. So yes, that is today's video. I just want to encourage you to have a system, to have a process of things and people and whatever it is, so that you know that throughout the duration of the year, that you know from January to December that you will win in 2020. And maybe you pick yourself up in June and you're like, yo, how did I end up here? Because that happens. But then you will be able to know the things to avoid, the things that sustain you, and the things that ignite you. So thank you again for watching today's video. Again, please, throughout the duration of next year, refer to the videos in this series. And thank you again so much for tuning in. Please share it with the people in your world and enjoy the second last day of 2019. Have a great one. Bye.